For Newsy, I'm Logan Tittle. If Boston's head of police has his way, drones could be added to the marathon experience next year. Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis is looking at high-tech means of bulking up protection against terrorism after April 15th's bombings. In addition to a city-run security camera system and an NYPD-style anti-terrorism unit, Davis is making a case for the use of unmanned aircraft to hover over the marathon next year, saying this beats using helicopters. Davis told the Boston Herald, "We need to make sure terrorists understand that if they're thinking about coming here, we have certain things in place that would make that not a good idea, because they could hit any place. They're going to go for the softest, easiest thing to hit." The marathon bombings left 3 people dead and more than 160 injured, something the president of the Association of Unmanned Vehicle Systems International said drones could have helped with. During the aftermath of the attack, first responders discussed grounding a helicopter because it had to refuel. Drone advocates, including AUVSI's president, says drones would solve this problem and have a quicker response time, making them ideal for emergency situations. UAS could be an important tool for first responders, whether it's in a response to a natural disaster or a tragedy like we saw in Boston. UAS can be quickly deployed to provide first responders with critical situational awareness in areas too dangerous or difficult for manned aircraft to reach. But back in January, Massachusetts lawmakers joined 30 other states in their efforts to restrict the use of drones, especially by law enforcement. The proposed bill would require that local governments like the Boston City Council to explicitly grant permission for police to use drones, prohibit data collection about lawful, peaceful activity, and require public reporting of all authorized drone use. Massachusetts State Senator Robert Hedlund, a Republican and sponsor of the bill, said, "You don't want to let a couple of young punks beat us and allow our civil liberties to be completely eroded. I don't fall into the trap that, because of the hysteria, we need to kiss our civil liberties away." Earlier this year, Charlottesville, Virginia became the first city in the country to pass an anti-drone resolution. This essentially endorsed a proposed statewide 2-year deferment on drone use. Florida and Missouri also recently passed similar legislation, but according to a writer for Slate, the Boston Marathon bombings could create less support for this type of anti-drone bill. Police forces have faced an uphill battle in their efforts to convince citizens that drones can be a useful law enforcement tool. But after Boston, the balance in the struggle between privacy and security may swing back in their favor. Whether drones will be used during the marathon next year is still up for debate. However, the Boston City Council president said he favors more cameras throughout the city, suggesting a tax break for businesses that install them. For Newsy, I'm Logan Tittle.